Have you ever woken from a dream so vivid it felt like a message from your forgotten self, urging you to mend something long broken? I recall a recurring dream of wandering a vast, fog-shrouded forest, searching for a lost path, only to realize the trees were whispering my own unspoken sorrows. This dream mirrored a soul wound from a profound disappointment that had left me feeling adrift, my confidence eroded like weathered stone. It was through Carl Jung Psychology that I understood these visions as calls from the collective unconscious, invitations to heal. Jung taught that soul wounds are not mere afflictions but profound calls to explore our inner landscape, where pain becomes the soil for growth. Today, we embark on a journey to heal the soul through Jung's psychology, mapping a path through the psyche's hidden realms to emerge renewed. This isn't about erasing scars, it's about navigating them to find your inner compass. So close your eyes for a moment, recall a dream that lingers, and let's set forth. If this awakens your curiosity, hit that like button, share with a fellow seeker, and click the bell to join our expedition into the soul. Soul wounds are the unseen fractures in our inner world, etched by disappointment, isolation, or unspoken longing, that alter our life's course like hidden currents. They manifest as persistent doubts, unexplained melancholy, or a sense of disconnection from one's core. Jung viewed them as invitations from the psyche, markers on the map to self-understanding. My wound from a shattered aspiration left me questioning my direction, until I saw it as a guidepost. Jung believed these fractures connect to universal human experiences, urging us to delve deeper. Consider what lingering echo from your past still guides your steps. That echo is your soul's map. What feeling of disconnection haunts you? It's the starting point of your expedition. The collective unconscious, Jung's vast ocean of shared human experiences, is where soul wounds draw their power, linking personal pain to timeless narratives. He described it as a repository of archetypes and instincts that influence us all. Wounds often resonate with collective themes, like the fear of the unknown or the quest for belonging. My disappointment echoed the collective archetype of the wanderer, lost in pursuit of meaning. A friend, Mia, felt her wound of isolation tied to the collective motif of the exile, revealed through cultural stories of outcasts. Ask, what shared human story does your wound reflect? Connecting it to the collective unconscious provides context. What universal fear feels personal to you? It's a wave in the ocean of healing. The shadow, Jung's realm of repressed traits, doubt, rage, or fragility, guards the secrets of our wounds, holding the energy for renewal when embraced. He warned, the shadow is the seed of creativity when integrated. Ignoring it amplifies the wound, confronting it releases its hold. I embraced my shadow of inadequacy by voicing it in solitude, turning it from foe to teacher. A viewer, Julian, integrated his shadow of regret by exploring its origins, finding it fueled his creativity. Ponder, what repressed trait guards your wound? Welcoming it unlocks its gifts. What secret does your shadow hold? It's the guardian of your transformation. Archetypes, Jung's primordial images like the wanderer or the alchemist, navigate our inner voyage, offering blueprints for healing. The alchemist transforms base elements into gold, symbolizing turning wounds into insight. I invoked the wanderer to map my disappointment, discovering new horizons. A viewer, Nora, used the healer archetype to mend her sense of betrayal, channeling it into helping others. Jung believed archetypes are bridges between personal and collective, guiding us through turmoil. Reflect, which archetype maps your healing? The wanderer exploring or the alchemist refining? Aligning with it accelerates your voyage. What primordial image calls to you? It's your navigator through the storm. Individuation, Jung's odyssey to wholeness, crafts your renewed self by weaving wounds into the fabric of your being. He said, individuation is the realization of the self as a unique entity. Wounds propel this odyssey, demanding we integrate all parts for authenticity. I crafted my renewal by viewing my wound as a chapter in my story, enriching my empathy. A viewer, Theo, wove his grief into his identity as a storyteller, finding purpose. Question, what wound propels your odyssey? Individuation makes it meaningful. What unique self emerges from your pain? It's your soul's rebirth. Here are 10 practical tools inspired by Jung to integrate your shadow and heal emotionally. 1. Daily shadow scan. Note moments of unease, linking them to repressed traits. 2. Inner conversation. Imagine speaking with your shadow, asking its needs. 3. Artistic shadow play. Sketch or sculpt your shadow for expression. 4. Mirror exercises. Observe how others reflect your shadow in daily encounters. 5. Coincidence mapping. Chart synchronicities that highlight shadow themes. 6. Archetypal invocation. Call upon a healing archetype in meditation. 7. Limit setting. Protect your energy from shadow-activating situations. 8. Mind mapping. Diagram your shadow's connections to wounds. 9. Breath integration. Use breath to invite shadow acceptance during stress. 10. Insight affirmation. Repeat. My shadow is my ally in healing. Which tool beckons? Launch it today to spark your voyage. The final reflection on lasting healing is that wounds don't vanish. They evolve into your greatest allies when owned. Jung believed true healing redefines pain as a teacher, not a tormentor. I own my disappointment by celebrating its role in my resilience, turning it into a source of inspiration. A viewer, Lila, owned her isolation wound by sharing it, building a community of support. Jung said, I am not what happened to me, I am what I choose to become. Healing is choosing to evolve. Healing isn't about returning to innocence, it's about forging wisdom from experience. Jung's alchemy sees wounds as raw or refined into gold. Theo forged his grief into a legacy of compassion. What legacy will your wound create? It's your eternal gift. Let's venture further. The collective unconscious binds wounds to cultural archetypes, like the victim perpetuating suffering. I challenge this by rejecting tales of endless pain, embracing stories of triumph. What cultural archetype traps your wound? Defying it empowers you. Complexes, Jung's charged emotional webs, entangle shadows. My inadequacy complex from failure was untangled through self-dialogue. Lila unraveled her numbness complex via archetype work. What web holds your shadow? Disentangling it liberates you. Synchronicity and integration is like Jung's scarab, symbolizing breakthrough. Nora's book Find After Shadow Dialogue affirmed her path. What synchronicity celebrates your progress? Document it to affirm your voyage. The persona conceals shadows to conform, but unveiling it exposes truth. Jung critiqued masks that block healing. Julian unveiled his stoic persona, allowing emotion to flow. What mask veils your shadow? Removing it reveals your light. Individuation harmonizes shadows with light, as Jung's mandala represents unity. Mia drew mandalas to blend her wound with strength. What harmony awaits your shadow? It's your emotional symphony. More tools. 11. Forest shadow quests. Wander nature to meet your shadow's voice. 12. Myth retelling. Rewrite a myth incorporating your wound for empowerment. 13. Release fires. Burn symbols of pain in a ritual of closure. 14. Kindness exchanges. Practice self-kindness to befriend your shadow. Let me share a final story. Mia carried a wound from unfulfilled longing, feeling fragmented. Through Jung's shadow integration, she dialogued with her inner critic, invoked the alchemist archetype, and reframed her longing as a call to creativity, leading to a vibrant life. Her healed soul now inspires change. What wound are you ready to integrate? Imagine a life where darkness fuels your light. Challenge. Converse with one shadow trait tonight. Share in the comments. What did it reveal? Like if you're integrating, subscribe for more, and let's transform together. Your shadow holds your power. Claim it now, and I'll see you soon.